This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 1143, How to Rebuild Your Credit Using Credit Cards Wisely, Part 2, by Ramit Sethi of IWillTeachYouToBeRich.com. And I am your host and narrator. My name is Dan, and I'm here every single day, weekends and holidays included, reading to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet. Now, today's post from Ramit is actually a continuation from yesterday, so if you're new here, it would be best to listen to yesterday's episode first. But if you're all caught up, let's hear part 2 as we continue optimizing your life. How to Rebuild Your Credit Using Credit Cards Wisely, Part 2 by Ramit Sethi of IWillTeachYouToBeRich.com. The 6 Commandments of Rebuilding Your Credit with Credit Cards. Now it's time to take full advantage of your cards as a means to improve your credit. Optimizing your credit is a multi-step process. 1. Pay off your credit card regularly. Yeah, we've all heard it, but what you may not know is that your debt payment history represents 35% of your credit score, the largest chunk. In fact, the single most important thing you can do to improve your credit is to pay your bills on time. Whether you're paying the full amount on your credit card or risking my wrath by paying just part of it, pay it on time. If you miss even one payment on your credit card, here are 4 terrible, horrible, no good, very bad results you may face. Your credit score can drop more than 100 points, which would add $240 a month to an average 30-year fixed mortgage loan. Your APR can go up to 30%. You'll be charged a late fee, usually around $35. And your late payment can trigger rate increases on your other credit cards as well, even if you've never been late on them. I find this fact amazing. Now, don't get too freaked out. You can recover from the hit to your credit score, usually within a few months. In fact, if you're just a few days late with your payment, you may incur a fee, but it generally won't be reported to the credit bureaus. Most people pay their credit card bills online now, but if you haven't set up automatic payment yet, log on to your credit card's website to set it up now. 2. Get all fees waived on your card. This is a great, easy way to optimize your credit cards because your credit card company will do all the work for you. Call them using the phone number on the back of the card and ask if you're paying any fees, including annual fees or service charges. It should go a little something like this. You. Hi, I'd like to confirm that I'm not paying any fees on my credit card. Credit card rep. Well, it looks like you have an annual fee of $50. That's actually one of our better rates. You. I'd rather pay no fees. Which card can you switch me to that doesn't charge fees? I'd like to make sure my credit score isn't affected by closing this account too. Can you confirm? Yes, I really talk like that. The vast majority of people don't need to pay any annual fees on their credit cards. And because free credit cards are so competitive now, you rarely need to pay for the privilege of using your card. The only exception is if you spend enough to justify the extra rewards a fee-charging account offers. If you do pay an annual fee, use the break-even calculator on my website to see if it's worth it. 3. Negotiate a lower APR. Your APR, or annual percentage rate, is the interest rate your credit card company charges you. The average APR is 14%, which makes it extremely expensive if you carry a balance on your card. Put another way, since you can make an average of about 8% in the stock market, your credit card is getting a great deal by lending you money. If you could get a 14% return, you'd be thrilled. You want to avoid the black hole of credit card interest payments so you can earn money and not give it to the credit card companies. So call your credit card company and ask them to lower your APR. If they ask why, tell them you've been paying the full amount of your bill on time for the last few months, and you know there are a number of credit cards offering better rates than you're currently getting. In my experience, this works about half the time. It's important to note that your APR doesn't technically matter if you're paying your bills in full every month. You could have a 2% APR or 80% APR and it would be irrelevant since you don't pay interest if you pay your total bill each month. But this is a quick and easy way to pick the low-hanging fruit with one phone call. 4. Keep your cards for a long time and keep them active. Lenders like to see a long history of credit, which means that the longer you hold an account, the more valuable it is for your credit score. Don't get suckered by introductory offers and low APRs. If you're happy with your card, keep it. And if you're getting a new credit card, don't close the account on your old one. That can negatively affect your credit score. As long as there are no fees, keep it open and use it occasionally because some credit card companies will cancel your account after a certain period of inactivity. To avoid having your account shut down, set up an automatic payment on any card that is not your primary card. For example, I set it up so that one of my credit cards pays a $12.95 monthly subscription through my checking account each month, which requires zero intervention on my part. But my credit report reflects that I've had the card for more than 5 years, which improves my credit score. 5. Get more credit. Warning though, do this only if you have no debt. I'm serious about this warning. This tip is only for people who have no credit card debt and pay their bills in full each month. It's not for anyone else. If you have debt, I recommend reading my article on getting out of debt fast. It involves getting more credit to improve something called your credit utilization rate, which is simply how much you owe divided by your available credit. This makes up 30% of your credit score. For example, if you owe $4,000 and have $4,000 in total available credit, your ratio is 100%, which is bad. If, however, you owe only $1,000 but have $4,000 in available credit, your credit utilization rate is a much better 25%. Lower is preferred because lenders don't want you regularly spending all the money you have available through credit. It's too likely that you'll default and not pay them anything. To improve your credit utilization rate, you have 2 choices. Stop carrying so much debt on your credit cards, even if you pay it off each month, or increase your total available credit. Because we've already established that if you're doing this, you're debt-free, all that remains for you to do is increase your available credit. Here's how. Call up your card company and ask for a credit increase. You. Hi, I'd like to request a credit increase. I currently have $5,000 available and I'd like $10,000. Credit card rep. Why are you requesting a credit increase? You. I've been paying my bill in full for the last 18 months and I have some upcoming purchases. I'd like a credit limit of $10,000. Can you approve my request? Credit card rep. Sure, I've put in a request for this increase. It should be activated in about 7 days. 6. Use your rewards. Just like with car insurance, you can get great deals on your credit when you're a responsible customer. In fact, there are lots of tips for people who have very good credit. If you fall into this category, you should call your credit cards and lenders once per year to ask them what advantages you're eligible for. Often they can waive fees, extend credit, and give you private promotions that others don't have access to. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled, How to Rebuild Your Credit Using Credit Cards Wisely by Ramit Sethi of IWillTeachYouToBeRich.com. Okay, that's another episode and weekend of Optimal Finance Daily in the books. I thank you so much for your support and for listening every day. And I will be back with more posts starting tomorrow. So have a great rest of your weekend, and I will catch you back here on Monday, where your optimal life awaits.